Have you ever felt uncomfortable about your body image? Do you ever feel physically inferior to people who you consider thinner and more beautiful than you? Some of us do from time to time, but others, it becomes a daily obsession that controls their lives, and they may develop an eating disorder. This issue is important to me because it has affected me personally. Eating disorders are a growing problem in our society that are often overlooked. So I believe that communities and churches should work together to promote healing for these people. First, I will cover the general overview of eating disorders, and then I will try to convince churches and communities to come together to solve these problems. So what is an eating disorder? According to Mosby's Dictionary of Medicine, Nursing, and Health Promotions, eating disorders are a group of behaviors often fueled by unresolved emotional conflict symptomized by altered food consumption. It's a mental illness that manifests itself physically. A few common eating disorders are anorexia, bulimia, and binge eating. The South Carolina Department of Mental Health states that 8 million Americans suffer from eating disorders. 1 out of every 200 women is anorexic, and 2 to 3 out of every 100 are bulimic. This disease not only affects women. 10 to 15% of people with eating disorders are male, and only 30 to 40% diagnosed ever recover. Eating disorders have the highest mortality rate among mental illnesses. The Mayo Clinic lists some risk factors for eating disorders. Among them are being of the female gender, young adults and teenagers. Genetics play a part, as well as family history, weight changes, transitions, sports, work, and strenuous art activities also contribute, as well as projections from media and society. Multiple bad mindsets and habits contribute to the disease as well, such as perfectionism, controlling personalities, as well as an inability to cope with stress and emotions, and also a warped perception of health. Signs and symptoms listed by the Help Guide include a thin appearance, counting calories, daily weighing with scales, excessive exercising, and vomiting, pills, diuretics, and laxatives to lose weight. But these actions are all dangerous to a person's mental and physical health. The longer somebody is on an eating disorder, the harder it becomes to break out of the habit. And many people die due to self-starvation. So we, as a community, churches and individuals, need to promote healthy physical and mental values and help people realize that God values their bodies and wants them to find their security in Him. According to 2 Corinthians 6:16, it says, "And what agreement hath the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living God. As God hath said, I will dwell in them and walk with them, and I will be their God. They shall be my people." This means that we should treat our bodies as God wants us to and feed them and take care of them. But such movements like the pro-ANA movement challenge this, and eating disorders arise from insecurities and misguided priorities, and prevents us from taking care of our bodies the way God planned for us to, and trusting Him to be strong and sufficient in Him. So a few ways to help somebody with eating disorders: to refer them to a hospital where they can get within a healthy weight range and get their nutritional values. But this only covers the physical aspect. They need to also see psychologists and other therapy clinics to get to the root of the problem and develop healthier behaviors and attitudes. And also, churches need to provide spiritual guidance by helping people realize and find their value in God. By becoming increasingly aware about eating disorders, communities, churches can help people value their bodies and trust God. I'd like to leave you with a few verses from the song Courage by Superchick. You should know you're not on your own. These secrets are walls that keep us alone. I don't know when, but I know how. Together we'll make it through somehow.
I love that song.